Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am cooking, well, I guess baking. So this is not my own recipe. I will link it below. It's just from the Food Network. I'm gonna make strawberry shortcake. So Michael loves strawberries, he loves berries, and I wanted to make some sort of dessert, something different since, you know, we're all stuck inside. And so he was like, oh, I want to do something with berries. So then I was looking around online and I found a strawberry shortcake. It seems pretty simple, pretty straightforward, crossing my fingers. So I just thought it would be fun to show you guys, I guess, how it turns out. If it turns out well, then you can make it too. So I've broken it down into 3 parts. Just like cutting up the strawberries, that's one part. That's literally it. I don't know why I broke it down to 3 parts. That makes it sound like it's really difficult, and it's not. Then making the shortcake, and then making the homemade whipped cream. So very simple, very straightforward. The recipe seems really easy. So let's get started. So here I've got 1.5 pounds of whole strawberries, and then I have 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and then for equipment, I guess, you will need a cutting board and a knife. And all we're gonna do now is stem and quarter these. So we're basically just gonna take the stem off and then cut it into quarters. Okay, I'm already noticing. All right, so hold on, before I say that. You'll see how now I have 4 quarters. So one thing I'm gonna have to figure out, I think, is how to not get these little bits of leaves everywhere. They're already sticking to me really bad. So now we just repeat that for all the strawberries. So we got all our strawberries. Now I'm just gonna move these to the bowl, and I suggest you do what I just did, which is rinse out your bowl before putting the strawberries in, because I had all the whole strawberries in there, and even though I rinsed them, I guess they were like a little dirty when they were sitting there still. I don't really know, but the bowl just had some strawberry gunk in it essentially. So recommend trying to clean out the bowl before putting strawberries back in it, because now what we're gonna do is take all these quartered strawberries and we're going to actually let them sit in the fridge with some sugar. The recipe says for at least half an hour. I have a feeling it'll be a little longer than that. So I have 3 tablespoons of sugar here. Just gonna spread that over and then kind of just rub it around a bit. I know, very high-tech baking methods here. And then this is just gonna go sit in the fridge for about half an hour or so. All right, so it's time for the main part of the dessert, which is the shortcake. So I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And now I'm going to sift together all these ingredients. So I have 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just using regular, like, iodized salt. I normally use kosher salt when I actually cook, but I feel like for baking I should use like the more fine granules. So I don't really have fancy sieve, I can never say it. So this one kind of like a bottom, but it does the job. So I guess we'll just start dumping stuff in. So first I'll do the flour, and next we'll get the sugar. We'll do the salt. We'll do the, what is this one? The baking powder? Yeah, I think this is baking powder. And then finally, the baking soda. Uh-oh, it doesn't want to come out. All right, come out. So now I'm just gonna sift this in here. Okay, so now everything is all sifted in. I'm going to pour in 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream and just mix that to combine. Alright, I feel like this is mixed. It looks a little messy, but all the liquid's absorbed now, so any dry bits. So the recipe says to use an 8" by 8" ungreased pan. I don't have an 8" by 8" baking dish, so I'm using a 8" or 8.5" by 11, I forget. So we'll just have some thinner shortcakes, but that's okay. Alright, that is all set. It's not super even, but we'll hope for the best. As you saw, I had to get the one spatula because it was all sticking to the silicone one, so maybe not use a silicone one to try to mix it. Alright, now I'm just going to put this in the oven for 18 to 20 minutes at 400, and then we'll check on it. Alright, the timer just went off at 18 minutes. Let's check on it. Oh, that's still very pale. It needs to be like golden brown, so it's getting there, but we'll give that a few more minutes. Alright, I just took it out of the oven, and that looks pretty golden brown to me. This lighting isn't great, sorry. But you can really see how unevenly I put the dough in. Oops. Not a pro baker over here, guys. You're supposed to cool this on a wire rack. I don't think I have one, so might just leave it in here for a bit. Alrighty, so the final touch is the homemade whipped cream. So we've officially eaten dinner, worked out, I just took my shower, and now it's dessert time. So the homemade whipped cream, I'm doing half of what's in the recipe, but what I have here is, I have 3/4 cup of chilled heavy whipping cream. I think this is 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I forget. And then 1.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Our hand mixer broke last week, so I'm gonna try using the Magic Bullet. I have no idea if this is all gonna actually fit in here. Oh, perfect. Okay, that should be good. And then I'll just pour in the vanilla. And then pour in the sugar. Put this handy dandy lid on. I don't know if this is the right, oh wait. Yeah, I think this is the right lid. I don't know, I've never made heavy cream or whipped cream in here. We'll try it. Okay, I just did 30 seconds and I can tell it's starting to take shape, but it's still pretty liquidy, so I'm gonna do, I think, maybe 30 seconds more. I could turn it upside down, it's like not falling. Okay, wait, let's see. So it had about 45, maybe 50 seconds. Alright, it's a little more than I'd like. But that's good. So the shortcake here, which came out a little messy. And then here are strawberries. You see there's a lot of syrup in there, which is what we want. So now I'm just gonna plate it. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Michael, dessert is ready. I don't know if you could hear, but he's in the other room going, oh boy. All right, I've eaten half of it so far, and it's really, really good. Really good, and very easy. Okay, the strawberry shortcake was definitely a huge success and was very, very delicious. And I will link the recipe that I used down below, just from the Food Network. Super simple, but also super yummy. And the shortcake was so good that Michael just had a piece totally on its own without any strawberries or whipped cream. So I guess it's good for just its own treat too. All right, I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.